Good evening, YouTube. Ian and Jane.
Hi.
We're doing the Edinburgh Fringe. Loads of videos down below if you've not seen us before. And we've just been to the second show of day 11, which was really good exposure. Now I picked this. I think I got emailed about this actually by one of the PR companies, and it's a one-woman show by an actress who was in Skins. Now I did watch Skins back in the day. I didn't watch all of it, but I don't really remember in Skins, if I'm honest.
Okay,
you know.
Okay.
Do you want to read the description?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Molly was a child star. Now she's considering getting into porn. What would you do if your acting career peaked in 2009, well before the Me Too movement, and you hadn't booked another role in years? Exposed for working as a stripper and dumped by her agent, Molly's giving mainstream success one last shot. Enter a world of child stars, strip clubs and casting couches, and question what it means to earn a living as a performer.
Now the actress is Megan Prescott, and I have to say I didn't quite know what to expect, but I think it's a difficult watch.
Yes, it is.
All the way through. I mean, there are a few little laughs, but it's not funny at all. I mean, you know how female actors are treated I'm not talking about the porn industry. I'm talking about in mainstream, mainstream work. Can't remember what the real word term really. Clearly, it's worth mentioning that at the end they were handing out a little leaflet, which this piece of work is based on real events that have happened, not only to Megan, because she said at the end,
not necessarily
to her, but obviously some things have happened to her, but to other actors as well, female actors as well. So and that once you realise that that what we've just seen for 50 minutes, or is it 50 minutes or an hour? An hour. It's a 1 hour show. It's horrific, really.
Yeah.
And just to give a warning, it is 16 plus. There is full frontal nudity in it, but absolutely not in any titillating way. In fact, when the nude scene came, my heart sank.
Yeah, mine did.
I feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh my God, this is awful. I was really moved by it. Actually, I think it's a really important piece of. It's difficult. I think it's difficult for her to play that role.
She is an incredibly strong person to do this.
Yeah.
She's obviously grown an awful lot from, you first see her and she's dressed as a security guard, and she gives a very clear instructions that what the show, as Ian said, what is in the show. So she gives clear warning about that, and obviously asks no phones.
No filming.
No film.
No photographs, no filming.
No phones. So that is a really good thing, because it means that, if anybody's sitting there and thinks they're going to get their phone out, everybody knows what she's just asked. And, I'm sure, and everybody will have respected that.
Hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. But she gave very clear instructions, which was really, really good. And then basically, what's shocking, from the start, I'm trying to work out how old she was. She was about 8 or 9, I think. Because I got confused, because it was actually a countdown to when she was 16, and I thought, and it went the
other way.
The other way.
But actually, the first thing that she does is there is a dance.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm explaining.
Yeah, but she wasn't 16 at that.
No, I just said she's about 9.
No, it's later than that. She's the security guard, and she strips off as the security guard.
Oh well.
There's that first, and then we go back.
Yeah, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
So that in itself, she only strips down to a very skimpy brown pants, but actually, that in itself is incredibly shocking. I thought, from taking the security guard outfit off, and she does get the crowd to
Yeah, which I didn't like.
I didn't contribute
like.
to that. I mean,
no, I didn't like.
That's
people sort of whooping and hollering.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and I think
so that happened.
That maybe misses the point to some extent.
and that's how we reacted to that.
Yeah.
But then, yes, as Ian said, her story starts when she's about 9. And encouraged by her mother, who had bought her the outfit, which is obviously a skimpy thing.
A dance thing, yeah.
She then, this is the dance I did, which was completely inappropriate for a 9-year-old.
That happens. That I mean, obviously that's real. That sort of thing does happen quite.
Well, it has been portrayed a lot in films.
Yeah.
That's and 1 or 2 documentaries.
Yeah.
And then obviously she gets a little bit older. Then she gets to 16, and obviously she has early success in this in the part.
I mean, she gets this part in a thing called Meat, which I think is it's not a parody, but it aligns with probably her role in Skins.
Well,
can't say for definite, we don't know, but certainly to my mind it was aligning with.
Well, I definitely made that assumption.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we all did to some extent, But I mean, I thought it was an incredible piece, really. But it's just not an easy watch. I mean, I think it needs to be seen.
I mean, she's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Doing it's all in context.
It's very much in context.
And she has chosen to do that, the full frontal scene. But it's not a comfortable watch at all.
No.
And it just highlights, what's going on. It's still going on.
It is still going on. I mean, and there's quite a big discussion about her doing her first sex scene on film and on from there. And, we do now apparently have intimacy coaches when sex scenes, and that is mentioned towards the end. But
they weren't available
when
she first was
absolutely
doing
not. No,
yeah.
I mean, and I'm assuming that she did sex scenes in Skins. I don't know, because like I say, I don't actually remember not having seen all of the episodes of Skins. But they were such a young cast as well. I mean, they were, but so yeah. I mean, I thought it was.
And also she portrayed how, obviously off the back of that success, you'd see her reenacting when she was going for casting for main roles, and then it suddenly became sort of third stripper, and how the roles diminished. She wasn't getting the work.
And the relationship with her agent, which
and that was interesting because it was always a male when she was doing the casting, but actually her agent, and again, we don't know if this actually happened, but it was portrayed in the show as being a woman who was pushing her to do things, to get the roles. So it really was, I mean, obviously the clue's in the title. It says really good exposure, but it's exposure of her physically, but it's also, I mean, I don't know whether I'm reading it into it, but it's an exposure about the whole business.
Yeah, and actually all the way through, she is told that to do this, to do that sex scene, to take your clothes off here or take your clothes off there, is really good exposure for your career. I mean, I thought I was going to say something about the bit towards the end where she was in the TV show that. Oh, should we not mention that? I don't know.
Well, there's a project at the end, which that's quite a long scene.
It is a long scene, but
and it isn't. Again, it's not quite what she thought it was going to be.
Yeah. But it's. I mean, yeah.
But she does show that scene is important because it's where the show ends. But it shows that she is taking control of her life, of her career, and so that is a really positive move.
Yeah.
And it really, yeah. I mean, it highlights an awful lot.
It's an incredible piece of drama. I mean, it is drama based on true facts.
Yeah,
so you know, and that's
and the fact that. Sorry to interrupt, but I mean, just want to reiterate what I mean. I think it's really, really good. So they were handing out these, you know, so to support survivors of harm, safety and harm prevention, vocational support. There's community space for sex workers. You know, how to be a sex work ally. Anyway,
I'll try and include some of the links in the description down below, really so that if anybody's interested in actually, and I know that if this QR code that Megan had given us, at the end, that will take links to the true stories, I think. So I certainly I'm interested enough to actually research that a bit more, because I think it's an incredible piece of work. Right, let's tell you when it's on, and then we'll do the stars. So it's on at 5:20 every day for 1 hour in the underbelly, Cowgate, belly button. It's on right the way through till the 25th of August, excluding Tuesdays. So it's not on the 13th and it's not on the 20th.
We've had that.
The full price is £15 and the concession is £13.50. How many stars?
I'm going to say a really good 4.
I'm actually going to say a 5. I can't express enough. There's nothing titillating about this at all. It's horrific, really, to some extent. So don't go to see it just because you want to see, an actor take her clothes off, because that's not what this is about. But I for me, it's a 5. I think I was really moved by it, really.
Okay. I can understand that.
And it's sad that this is the world we still live in. We need to move further. We need to, Anyway, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That might be it for today. We haven't decided whether we're doing anything else today, have we?
No.
No.
Made a complete decision. We have some things to go to, but they're not shows just at the moment. So.
We're going to a press launch, but we're not doing a video on that. We'll just. So, if not, we'll see you tomorrow for the final day of our Odyssey in Edinburgh Fringe. Okay. We'll see you later. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.